Hello, everybody, and welcome back. It is MLG Pro Scrims. I'm Chris Puckett, joined by my UK friend, Mr. Benson. Benson, how are you doing right now?
I'm doing pretty good, thank you. Pretty good. Looking forward to this game we've got going up. It's going to be very, very close. I think, obviously, Epsilon going up against TEC. TEC unbeaten on the MLG Pro Scrims as well. So they have a big point to prove.
And, of course, we want to start off the stream by just apologizing, guys. It was something out of our control. We were originally supposed to have... Will, do we still have the card? Throw it up here. Originally, we were supposed to have AAA, the French squad, going up against Epsilon, the finest squad in the UK at the moment. But unfortunately, there's some internet jerks out there that were holding AA's Gotaga offline all day long. He can't get on to play the match, but the guys from TEC, they jumped on the opportunity. They hit Benson and I up and said, guys, we haven't lost on Pro Scrim. Bring us back. They're going up against Epsilon tonight. And now I guess we really are going to be able to see who is the best squad in the UK. Epsilon, of course, has beaten Prophecy on our Pro Scrim, but TEC not only has beaten Prophecy, they've also beaten Horizon. So, Benson, today, I think we're going to be able to crown a champion for the UK region.
Yeah, it's going to be really, really hard for TEC to try and beat Epsilon. I mean, there's a reason everyone has got this hype around Epsilon. They actually have a 100-point club. I'm not sure if anyone's actually aware of that, but there's a select few amount of teams there that managed to take 100 points off the Epsilon lineup in hardpoint. So there's that shows you how few teams have actually done it. They have a club for that now.
Wait. So if you get 100 points, that's considered a good thing right now?
Yeah, against Epsilon at hardpoint. That's considered a good thing.
Wow.
That's how strong they are at hardpoint, which is why hardpoint Yemen is going to be our first map. I'm really, really excited to see exactly how Epsilon are going to play it, because they clearly have some sort of strat. I mean, I remember last time we had Epsilon on the EU Pro Scrim, it was like, oh, what do we need to look out for? It was basically Jerd. He does what he wants. Yep. And that was exactly what you said in the Epsilon top 5 clip you made for, obviously, on the MLG YouTube. But, I mean, it's going to be one of those where TEC really, really need to try and shut down Jerd as quickly as possible. They have realized one of the best anchors in Europe right now.
Right.
But whether that's going to be enough, not sure yet.
Well, realize I called him in the past as the European Parasite. We'll see if he can live up to that nickname. He is going to be the anchor, and it looks like our players are ready. You ready to get this kicked off, Benson?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, well, here we go. It's game number 1 in our best of 7. We're jumping on board with Xanity in 3, 2, 1. And Xanity here is going to be rocking his MSMC. He's got dexterity as well as the tactical mask. Toughness and lightweight are going to be his perks. And look at his score streaks. He's going to go with the War Machine as that 3rd score streak. That, of course, will be so devastating on not only the Treehouse hardpoint, but also if it goes to the church, that 4th hardpoint on the map. He's going to be able to rock anyone who's set up in there with a shotgun.
We've pulled forward.
Or not shotgun, excuse me. We're playing Deserto rules here as well, aren't we?
Yes, I believe so. Or they may have... I'm pretty sure, yeah, they decided they wanted to go for the Deserto rule set as opposed to the MLG rule set. Obviously, Epsilon, they're going to be over at MLG Anaheim. So they've been practicing the American rule set, trying to make sure it's on point. But Xanity, meanwhile, playing very, very well early on. He's actually on a 3 streak already. He did actually die previously. But we're about to find out exactly why Epsilon are considered so strong at hardpoint. Just watching Xanity play the way he's just rotating around, he's taken down Realize. That's TEC's anchor. Finally does get taken down from behind though. But it looks like, in fact, yep, TEC, they have the good spawns. Epsilon now need to try and switch this up.
Yeah, I went over to Madcat to see if he could stop him, and actually Madcat just got a fantastic spawn somehow over here at Brown. He's going to be the first one into our 2nd hardpoint. You can see the score just tied up by Madcat, 24-22 now as they take the lead just by a bit. Shane, though, goes down, as well as Madcat. Moose getting the double. He's cleaned up by Xanity, and now it's once again back in Epsilon's favor. But looking at the mini-map here, it looks like TEC, they're going to be locking down the top half of the map, and now they're pushing in for control once again.
On board with Legend. He's actually just going to challenge this. 35 seconds left, so plenty of points still to be had. Does get control of it. Has the AN94 out as well. He's just going to be pre-aiming that left-hand side. Only manages to get in with a few hit markers there. Someone is going to be challenging. Takes some sanity. Goes for the pre-fire. Nice play from Legend. Thirds there. Not going to happen this time. Madcat putting a stop to that Legend rampage. But the score pretty close this early on.
Yeah, let's stay on board with Legend. Also have Moose highlighted for you. He's going to be in the key position, working for that anchor kill. Can Moose get it? He cannot. Legend's taken down as well. Mello, he doesn't know it yet, but he's stuck between 3 players. Able to get one. Going after the second one, he's taken down. It's now Realize his turn from TEC. You can see the score, 57-33 now in favor of Epsilon, with Madcat kind of roaming around the map. He's working for his score streaks. Won't get him. Let's go back to Shane, who's currently sitting in the hard point.
This this is going to be where Epsilon are going to start to pull away now. There's 44 seconds still to be had, and look at the way Epsilon are set up on that minimap. Those green arrows just completely dominating the map so far. None of TEC can get even close to this hardpoint. They have to go through 3 players before they can even get to Shane, who's on the hardpoint. Obviously, TEC don't have any score streaks. They can't use them. And Epsilon, just off this one hardpoint alone, are building a huge lead.
This is 30 straight points for Epsilon. We should point out they could finish with 100 if they get every last second here before rotating to the church hardpoint. Xanity's on a 5-kill spree. He's working towards that Hellstorm. Let's jump on board with him and talk to me a little bit about this player. So far, we've seen him use the MSMC. He's now pulling out an M8 and also has a Scorpion available to him. What is his greatest strength? Because honestly, I don't know what kind of role he is other than a pure Slayer.
that's pretty much it. He can pull out whatever he wants to do. Sorry, whatever gun he wants, and he can just kill with absolutely everything. He's predominantly an AR kind of player, but when it comes up close and personal, you know, he can pull out an SMG. He can make those crucial kills. Unfortunately, he did actually go down there, but did manage to pick up those streaks. He has a Hellstorm, has a Lightning Strike. He has managed to see 2 TC players, but luckily Legend gets the better of him this time. It's 108 to 49 points. Still plenty of time still to go. But is Xanity going to use those streaks to try and break this hardpoint? I don't think he's going to do it on this one. He's probably going to wait till the statue hardpoint. Meanwhile, though, look at how Epsilon just easily just run into that hardpoint and just take them out. Jerd there with a nice 2-piece. I'm not sure if he actually has any score streaks available with him. Not just yet, but he's going to be working towards them right now.
All right, we're jumping on board with Jerd as he's going to rotate to the top once again. The new hardpoint will be coming up here next for hill number 5. Xanity working with Jerd. Both players using short-range weapons in the Scorpion and the MP7. Jerd gets his window kill, but has to stay alive, survives that Semtex for the moment. He goes down, but Mad Cat is coming up behind enemy lines. Great job by TEC to turn on him. Realize is the key player in this situation, rocking that foul as the anchor for TEC.
I just noticed something quite interesting when we were spectating Jerd there when he had that MP7 class. He wasn't using toughness, he was using fast hands, and he was using 2 concussions, and he was using 2 Semtexes. So a bit of a meta strategy right there from Jerd. Curious to see why he was actually doing that, but he has actually switched back out to an assault rifle class, got his lightweight toughness, extreme conditioning on, and throwing those trophy systems back onto hardpoint. Epsilon do have control over this statue hardpoint, just looking at trying to rack up as many points as possible, but TEC meanwhile getting dangerously close to that 100-point mark. So they could get something out of this game.
The score is technically exactly doubled in favor of Epsilon right now, but the goal for TEC, get into triple digits. They're working towards 100. They're already at 82. Moose on your screen now, and he's going to be doing some damage through the wall, getting hit markers with his foul. Can he finish off the kill? Also has the B-23R in his back pocket to work with. So far, though, TEC has not had any score streaks, and they need to start playing for those if they want any chance of making a comeback here on Yemen.
All of Epsilon have used their streaks, so they don't have anything available. They're going to have to try and work for them. Mad Cat takes down Realize. All of Epsilon just picking up kills. Quite a few players with 1 kill to their name, and I'm on board with Mad Cat. Looks like he's just going to be anchoring for the next hard point. Nice play from him, rotating back towards purple. They see 3 TEC players in front of him, shuts down Realize, now going to push back towards the hardpoint, but gets taken down there, unfortunately, there by Jerd. His own team throwing that nade a bit prematurely, didn't anticipate Mad Cat to drop down, but you can see Mad Cat just going to anchor for this next hardpoint.
So Mad Cat not really worried about that middle hardpoint. Instead, you can see it's people like Xanity and Shane constantly poking their heads in, making sure that TEC doesn't get any time. TEC still held at 93 seconds to 173 as that hill is not being contested really by either team at the moment. And Mad Cat, he is doing exactly what you said, locking down these spawns. You can see Epsilon, they have the setup to get the new treehouse hill. Mad Cat's just going to keep rotating around, picking up kills wherever he can. And let's go on board with his teammate Jerd. Jerd, also working with an AR, is now on a 5-kill spree after that one.
Problem that TEC are going to have now is the fact that Epsilon, they're picking up score streaks very, very quickly, and this hardpoint is so hard to break at the best of times. But now with Epsilon, especially with Jerd, he's actually working towards that death machine. He's going to have 2 players in front of him. Nice the first. Can he find the second? Well, I think his teammate took care of him, but he's earned himself a death machine. And look at how that lead has just increased massively over a short space of time. Epsilon have held 2 hardpoints down pretty much to their full, and it looks like they're going to do it once again as the score streaks are going to start to rain down.
Jerd calling in his lightning strike.
Oh my God.
And he is now on a 9, going for 10 kills in a row. Epsilon, remember, they were up 174 to 48. Then it was TEC pushing back to get up to 93. Since then, they have not allowed a single second for this TEC lineup as they're looking to close it out with the final 12 seconds. We're staying on board with Jerd as Shane is picking up that hill time.
It looks like TEC aren't going to be able to get to the 100 mark, or are they? As Realize does take down Shane. I expect to see some score streaks coming down. There it is, 98 points. Are they going to be able to get?
No, look at that mini-map. No one is close.
That's just so unfortunate. Kind of feel sorry for them.
Oh my goodness, they are going to keep their opponent once again under 100. I didn't know this was a big deal in the UK.
This is a big thing right now.
We have never seen anything like that in North America, where you are expected to keep your opponents under 100 seconds of hardpoint time. Amazing first game from Epsilon, and let's go ahead and take a look at the stats. It is Xanity on top, dropping 30 and just 17 deaths. 28 and 15 is Jerd, who has an even better score. And then as you keep going down, you can see Mad Cat also going positive. Shane, only 15 deaths, playing that objective role with 8 captures. On the other side, Benson, anyone to give love to? Really Realize had the best game, going -1 as the anchor.
Yeah, everyone else not really having the best of game. Legend nearly double negative, as well as that Mellow not having the best of games. But that just shows you, look at Epsilon's scoreboard. 3 players all nearly at the 30 kill mark. Just so dominant in the way that they slay around that map.
Right.
And they just essentially just say, Shane, you sit on that hard point. Let us 3 just rotate around. We'll all anchor. We'll all get those kills. It doesn't really matter. And that's why they're so good at hard point. It's kind of a new meta strategy in Europe. And when you can come up against a team and you have to just try and get 100 points, something's got to be working for that team.
That's ridiculous, man. Epsilon, they're up 1-0, guys, in our best of 7. Don't go anywhere. Coming up after this, it's going to be our first search and destroy of the day as we head to Aftermath.